Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination. I just want to talk about the news sort of breaking from Spain today that suggests that Nico Williams' preferred destination is Barcelona and not any other club, and that Arsenal have called their interest in him. I think in some ways this is no surprise from a Nico Williams perspective. He is Spanish-born. Barcelona, of course, a huge club in Spain. He is still young, and you can sort of see the attraction there. But it will undoubtedly be a disappointment to Arsenal that they have called their interest. It's sensible they've called their interest if the player has indicated he doesn't have a preference to come to Arsenal, would rather go elsewhere. If that's the case, you want to move on quickly onto other targets. But Arsenal apparently have spent a considerable amount of time exploring this deal, exploring it with the player and Bilbao to see if they can get a deal done, along with every other targets on the left wing. And other targets elsewhere. We know, for instance, Arsenal's main interest is in number 9, and we've got the here we go on Zubimendi and Kepa, even though those deals haven't been announced. But this, as I say, will be a blow to Arsenal, and the reason why is they want a left winger. They want a high quality left winger to either replace or at least offer competition for Martinelli. And Nico Williams would be that. Statistically, he's not necessarily better than Martinelli in the last couple of years. But he is also playing for a weaker side, and I think that needs to be considered. His strengths are definitely his direct running, his unpredictability, his creativity out of nothing. And he can play on either flank, and he's nowhere near the peak of his ceiling, but is already sort of a proven starter, I think, at this level. The downside of him would be his wages would be high. It looks like Bilbao would insist on the release clause, which at 50 million is good value. But if you're playing that all in one go, it has PSR and FFP issues, and he's obviously an inconsistent player. But I still think he's a loss for Arsenal that they aren't getting this one over the line, because he does offer something that I don't think we got a lot of in the squad, and I think he would have been a direct, a good signing given his directness. Now Arsenal, well, have called their interest, will explore him again if a deal falls through for Barcelona. Barcelona notoriously have financial issues and may not be able to get a deal done, but they'll be looking at other players. Rodrigo, I think, probably is the top of their list, even though Williams was near it. But other players, Bacola, Mitoma, Semenya, I mean, Rafa Leao mentioned, not necessarily for me, Nusa, the Norwegian, and Anthony Gordon. But I think what's really important now, Arsenal, having missed out on this, is that they get a deal done. Not just a here we go, they get it done, because there is growing unease, and you can understand that in the fan base. I don't understand this Berta must go because he hasn't signed anyone yet. I think time to worry, as I say, is when we report back from pre-season, but it is certainly going to be a worry that can be eased if Arsenal can announce a transfer, and they need to step up the bid for a forward. Hopefully we'll see one soon.